First thing I did was run over and grab the M14, go down the slope, grab the Remington chalk, put it on this question mark on the wall right here, and then got a free 1,000 points. I waited for zombies to spawn. I wanted to kill 5 by shooting them in their legs 6 times to maximize points, and then I could move on. I dropped down here so I could make my way to Leroy's cage. I grabbed the key, started unlocking the cage, grabbed the booze, let him drink it, and now that he's broken down this barrier, we can start opening up the rest of the map. I opened the door to the bar, grabbed the booze, and made my way back to Leroy. Once I found Leroy, I brought him over to the Juggernaut area, and then once I got here, I thought I'd do a little bit of an explanation. If you give him a booze from really far away and he hits a barrier, it'll actually give you more points. So I got as far away as I thought I could, gave him the booze, and you'll see here I get a bunch of points. I'm going to do that for all these barriers the best I can. I grabbed another booze, made my way back to Leroy, and then I did the same thing again where I gave him it super far away except to open up Juggernaut now just to get more points. And now as you're going to see, we're going to just keep repeating this process until we got the entire map open. I grabbed another booze, made my way back to Leroy, brought him over right by the bar. I wasn't quite as far away from this barrier as the other ones, but I was still decently far away. You're going to see this is really just all about point maximization, just getting as many points as you possibly can to get this all open. I grabbed the booze, went on over to Leroy, brought Leroy to the other side of the map. Yet again, gave him a boost far away from the barrier. This time I was to open up the church, got a bunch of points, and then moved on. I grabbed yet another booze from the bar, and then I yet again came to this other section of the map to get Leroy, opened up the witch's house, and now it was time to do some chalk drawing. I came back to the section of the map, went into the gunsmith, grabbed the A94 chalk, and now it was time to start crafting this chalk onto the walls. Now I'm going to grab more chalk and do this again for this other question mark. There are 2 things currently inaccessible to me. 1, I need to turn on power so I can access Pack-a-Punch, and 2, I need to get on top of the bar so I can draw this chalk there, because I need as many points as possible. So I'm going to take a route that'll get me on top of the bar, which will also allow me to jump over and access power. I jumped over to this house, turned on power, dropped down here, ran into the gunsmith, grabbed the AK-74U chalk, made my way to the side of the map. I entered the church, came on up these stairs, where I then finished the 74U chalk. After that I exited the church and made my way to the witch's house, where I then ran into the witch's yard, opened this door, where I will now traverse my way through the witch's house. Now, real quick, I just want to talk about how absolutely terrifying it can be to go through the witch's house when points are this tight. Because if you didn't know, if the witches were to actually touch you, it would take away 1,000 points. In short, a witch touches you, challenge is over. This means you really gotta have the witches spawns down pretty precisely. Anyway, let's move on. Now I'm gonna continue making my way through the witch's house, so I can then make my way through the maze. I then got Juggernaut for my only perk, which was pretty lucky honestly. And now it's time to get stuck in the maze for a couple minutes. Now we have finally made it to Pack-a-Punch. And now I traverse my way down here, and there we are. We are finished. If you've made it to this point, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I sincerely want to thank everyone who's shown out the support to my channel recently. It really does mean the world. Thank you and goodbye.